Alright, there we go. Let's see. So which one's relentless? The machine gun?
Yeah. Like a light machine gun, 100 rounds.
Oh my god, I got kicked.
Fuck. Son of a bitch.
Like
You've probably watched a ton of reviews about the Anthem demo so far, about server things going on, glitches happening, audio dropouts, frame rate dropouts, and I wanted to make a review on it, but I couldn't make a review watching from afar and watching other people play it, because from afar, this game looks like Mass Effect Andromeda and Warframe had a baby, and it was called Anthem, and there wasn't anything innovative about it or new about it. It seemed like a Destiny loot-to-shoot ripoff in third person. And then about 6 hours in, things started to change, and I was like, you know, I'm going to make this review, but there's got to be a certain way that I need to make it so people understand exactly where I'm coming from as a player that I feel like they're not getting from other reviews, and that's how we're going to start this. I'm going to give you my own personal thoughts and explain to you the journey me and Bajance both had as we played together on our Anthem demo. So it's going to be a lot of live in-game commentary, and then me post-edit as I am now talking to you the way through it and explain to you how this game kind of unfolded itself to me, and I realized it was actually pretty damn good. So when you start out Anthem, this is the first thing you see. You start walking around the tower, and you start just trying to see all the NPCs, kind of what the game's about. You don't really care about too much of anything at this point. All you're doing is kind of exploring, and if you're coming from Destiny 2, which is my main game and it always has been since day 1 D1, you notice that there's not much social space here. It's just you the entire time. You don't share this tower with anybody. This game is about your own solo experience through the game, though you can get with friends and play with them as well. At your tower, this is all you, all the NPCs. You'll go in, you'll talk to them. You don't really know what they're talking about at first. You're kind of just, whatever about it. You'll go up, you'll hit buttons, and you can get, things you can say to them, basically. But like I said, you're not really caring at this point. You're more or less probably in a sour state of mind if you're coming from a game like Destiny, because you're so accustomed to that kind of game, and this game doesn't deliver the same. Then after that, you go to your Warframe, except it's not going to be this Warframe. I mean Javelin. It's going to be the Ranger. As soon as you hop inside your Ranger, it's going to bring you to this screen right here. And like I said, it's not going to be accustomed to anything that you're used to doing. It's going to be just like this. It's going to show your missions. It's going to show your difficulty. It's going to say Start Expedition. You can hit R1 if you're on PS4 to go to Squad to invite players. And then that's pretty much it. You're not really looking at anything else. You don't really know anything about the game except for this part of it right here. And you're going to go ahead and just start your expedition because you don't know what else to do, basically. So then you start your mission, and then it plays out like this. You're going to be flying this guy around, and it's not going to be a enjoyable experience. You're going to think, okay, this gun kind of shoots like Mass Effect Andromeda, but it's a little bit better. It's not bad at all. And then you're going to notice that you're going to have to cool down a ton as you're jumping through this guy, and you're going to be doing this a lot. Trying to evade, because you're going to probably try to start it on normal or hard mode, and you're not going to know how to function this guy yet. He doesn't have a lot of hang time, and it's going to bring a sour experience to you. You're going to actually talk about playing another game, or maybe feel like playing another one, because the combat is just not all what you were expecting. You're going to feel like, man, it's taken so long, this game's been hyped up so much, why is it not delivering? And now I'm going to show you some conversation that me and Bajance were having around this state of our Anthem experience. Just some natural conversation. 6 out of 10, and it ain't getting my $60. But it's a fun demo. That's about it. I don't see myself like putting in hours upon hours into this game and giving a fuck. I think it'll get real repetitive and real boring after a while. I don't think it has the replay value of like Destiny. Yeah, I was hoping that I was really going to like it, because I was hoping it would put pressure on Bungie to do what they need to do to make that game even more better, but I don't think Bungie gives a fuck with this game out.
Really all it does is make Destiny look fucking great.
Yeah, exactly. Now, once you hit level 12, you have the option to unlock a new Javelin, and that is where I unlocked the Storm Javelin, which was a recommended one. It was considered to be the Warlock of Anthem, basically, so it seemed appealing to me. So obviously, I was going to pick that one over any of the other ones, because I knew that it flew longer. So you're going to hop in that Javelin, and then this is how the flight time is compared to the one you came from, which is the Ranger. So here it is. Just stay hovering after it lands, or after I land.
That hover's still a lot longer than I thought for that one.
Yeah.
Dude, I got a ways to go.
so fucking
Like,
crazy.
we may be here a long time.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I can imagine. It's just gonna keep going. There's a flare. Got him, dog.
I ain't scared.
And then we take them into combat, and just by having on the Storm Javelin, we get a little more positivity. We're a little more joking around about it. You feel like a superhero. The game kind of shows itself a little more to us. You know, we're warming up to the game, basically. This is around 8 hours in, and flying on this guy is a lot more fun. The abilities are better. Just everything about the Ranger sucked, and then this is all good, basically. So it's like a day-night difference in comparison. And once I found out this one floated longer than any of them, and I could be doing this kind of fighting majority of the time, I really didn't even want to try another Javelin. I'm kind of just sold on this Javelin at the moment, and things just basically pan out from here.
No more Scorpion talk, please.
Now that Javelin has created a more positive experience for me, now I'm kind of in tune and focusing on things in the game more in detail. I noticed this is like the Postmaster in Destiny. After each event you do, it shows you all the stuff you collected, and you can choose to delete it off this screen right here, or keep it and put it in your inventory. So instead of having to go to a tower and deal with the Postmaster, it kind of makes quality of life a little bit better, and then conversation starts panning out like this.
Yeah, dude, this is getting a little more fun.
A little what?
More fun?
Yeah, I know, I feel
We're
you.
flying around like assholes is great.
Yeah. It's just, I think it just took it took a few hours to figure out what the game's about, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I find it at a good deal, I'll get it, but I'm not paying 60 bucks. I might use it as like I'll play like a fuck around game, you know? But I won't pay more than 30 bucks for it.
This feels like one of those games you come back to in a year.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be figured out, and they might even do it. Yeah, I think that it's just the Storm is the greatest. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna show when everybody uses Storm.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to figure out like what other ones to make.
Yeah, they might have to get that big Colossus a fucking shield.
Yeah,
or let them fly longer. You know, like that's really what they have to do is let it fly almost as long.
Yeah.
Now that we're a little more positive about the game, we're more intrigued and want to learn more about it. So then we go to our Javelin. We notice there's support seals, there's focus seals, blast seals, and all these are basically where you can adjust how you want your Guardian's abilities to be. Whether you want to have like an arc melee ability or a solar grenade. There's tons of stuff that Bungie should have done with Destiny a long time ago, and stuff I've even made videos specifically talking about before of how we needed to have different nodes where we could mix match a void grenade and a arc melee, or you know, anything like that basically, and this game lets you do it, and the perks are so in depth. And the reason why they're so in depth is because they have all these different difficulties. Grandmaster 3 is super serious. Just the hard mode on this demo, you will die so fast and you won't even realize it before it happens. Like, it'll just be done, which basically means by the time you get to Grandmaster 3, you'll have to be so leveled up and have such a supreme build on and be able to dodge while you fly, use your abilities to the max just to be able to survive these Grandmaster difficulties. And that is something that Bungie's needed to add to Destiny for a long time. We've always wanted, you know, max light strikes just to have, you know, that practice with, because in Destiny you don't, you know, really need to know how to build on that game because everything is kind of mediocre and easy for the most part. So most players never get to an ability or a level of skill level to where they really have to build their Guardian that well, because everything pretty much can work okay in that game. But in this game, there are hundreds of different combinations you can do to your Javelin. You can even save different Javelin loadouts, so same like 5 of the same Javelin, but they all have different abilities and stuff to basically go through each of these difficulties for whatever you're trying to do in the game. And that's super deep. I mean, I've made videos talking about this specifically to Bungie, saying they needed to add this stuff. It looks like EA listened and is answering what Bungie should have done to their own game. Now that we're getting the idea of the game and kind of the concept and how it works out with all the abilities and stuff, here's how we're talking now.
And going down, like it cools down and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that is tight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's weird. It's the most fun I've had this entire time.
Ever?
In this whole game, it's a whole lifetime. This is it. You're witnessing my fucking happiest moment in this game. Yeah, I was dogging the shit out of this game earlier.
Me too, man.
Yeah, I was all like, fuck this game, and now we're all kind of like, oh man, it's alright. Like, the graphics out there look kind of shittier, but then you start looking at it more and more and more, and it's like, I don't know, you get it.
Well,
you know?
what's cool about it is that it's so fucking vast, and you can go to the majority of it, whereas, you know, Destiny, it's like, oh, that looks cool. I wish I could jump out of there, but...
Yeah, it's too controlled environment, yeah. Like Nessus on D1 was just a huge circle, you know, but this actually feels like it's not a circle. It goes in like tons of direction.
Like you can see right now, there's a big fork, and you can still go through the middle too.
Yeah, you see that area way over there where it shows like no bushes, like way off in there. I bet that shit's visible in the final. Yeah, I mean, Destiny might sweat, dude. I don't know. They might break a sweat.
Oh yeah.
They might break a sweat over this. They might want to watch their shit. They might want to.
It's definitely gonna push them to say Destiny 3 is coming.
Yeah. 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 They're gonna have to. Yeah, this flying shit's kind of OP in a way. Kind of eating my words a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, dude. Maybe Destiny's been going on for too long, dude. They've been fucking around too long. I can see this turning into a main. It's got everything that I wish I could do in Destiny as far as building and things like that. For sure. After heading back and messing with our javelins a little more, we go back to the launch screen, and then we notice something called consumables, and there's 3 slots, and these are basically buffs you can put on your javelin, and it basically helps you out and buffs your whatever you choose. Basically, you can do it for like recoveries, for single expedition, increased maximum shield capacity. There's tons of options you can do here. I'm not going to go through every one of them, but there's, like I said, 3 different slots, and you can kind of read through some of the ones that you're seeing here to add on to kind of give you any kind of benefit for whatever you're about to start doing, so you can kind of prepare in advance with your build with other things as well, such as your weapon perks, your, you know, just tons of stuff basically. Now here's the part in the game where we're kind of towards like the end, and we're probably an hour from getting off for the night. We're messing through shaders and stuff, and here's our mentality about Anthem at this state.
Yeah, fuck Bungie, dude.
Dude.
Shit.
Man. Yeah, they added everything that Bungie have been needed to have. Like, shit. Yeah, no shit, dude. I can't believe it.
First few hours, I was like, fuck, dude, you want to play something else?
Yeah, I know, right?
But, I mean, really, it was this
patrol area.
Other javelin.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you, dude. When you unlock the javelin, you're gonna change your mind. I promise.
Yeah.
I told you.
Because the other one just jumped around like a clunky fuck. I was just bored, you know?
Yeah, no shit. Super clunky fuck. I guess we use them for ammo and health over here.
Oh yeah.
And that's pretty much it, dudes. At this point in the game, we're pretty much sold on Anthem. It is completely awesome. It took unlocking Storm for us to realize the niche and how this game is completely individual and unlike any other game. It's pretty much what Bungie should have done to Destiny, and they should have never ignored their player base for all the stuff we've been asking for so long. This game has all that in there. You get the color wheel, you get the difficulty, you get so many perk options, you get so many burn options you can do. I mean, it's basically just endless possibilities what you can do with these javelins, and you can make so many different loadouts of each different type of javelin. I didn't even try the Colossus or the other one. Once I found out that Storm could fly long, that was pretty much a sealed deal for me after messing with it for like an hour basically. But like I said, man, I went from completely hating this game. I went from watching this game from afar, what other streamers were saying about it and things like that, thinking it was a Warframe type Andromeda, saying that, oh, this is what Andromeda should have been. They're copying off of other things. I mean, I went from completely dirt dogging this game and saying things I can't even repeat right now. It was just, you know, just not good, basically. And for me to say the things like I can swallow my pride or whatever, the ego that I had about it coming from Destiny, and completely tell you this game gets the Ristopolis okay. And I promise you, if you just give it that little bit of time to unlock that second javelin, you'll see that it's basically everything that Bungie should be doing to Destiny. You got the color wheel, you got the unlimited amounts of build options, in-depth build options. It's so comprehensive. The map is large. There's so many areas we didn't even get to go to because it's just the demo. This is just a demo, and it has tons of more stuff that Bungie hasn't even tapped into yet that many people like me have been asking for years. But like I said, man, that's my honest, the best review I can really give you about the game. That's going from dragging this game through the mud to how I am feeling about it right now, and it really took that amount of time to play with it to kind of just figure out how this game is different from any other game right now, and that is Anthem, dudes. So hopefully I'll find that useful when you're, you know, thinking about pre-ordering or maybe trying the demo out. I highly recommend trying the demo out. At least try the demo out, because it's definitely worth it. You got like one more day to try it out, I believe, but I think February like the 15th or something like that might be the launch date. I'm not specific on launches right now, but I will be on board with Anthem, and I will be continue to make build videos, and same thing I'm doing for Bungie basically in Destiny, I'll be doing for Anthem, and those are going to be my two mains for now, dudes. So y'all take it easy, and I'll catch y'all next time in space.